It's me, your one and only Erika Ruiz, back into your house, you guys. So, it's been a while since I've came on here to make a video on self-publishing, you guys, but I've been having a few people ask me again, and I always love encouraging everybody to publish their books, their stories, and get their voices heard. So, here we go again with me. That's right, your one and only, sharing some more info down your way. First of all, I want to say congratulations by wanting to even publish your own book, you guys. And when working and thinking about publishing your book, I do always recommend to think and start brainstorming. Visualize how you want your book to look like, what you want your front cover to look like, the type of font you want to use, the colors, and most importantly, the size of your book, you guys, because size is going to matter towards the end of the project process in order for you to load into Amazon or Ingram Sparks. So that is always very important, because the formatting part is probably one of the toughest parts on publishing. So I am going to use this book, In Love with an Inmate, as my guide. Okay, so I want you to just buy yourself a notebook and start thinking, doodling down titles of your book. Think about what your story is going to be, what it is that you want to publish about, and start thinking of real catchy titles to add into your book, into your front cover. And then think about the subtitle, you guys. Title, subtitle, how you want it to look like, the colors, the font, and of course, the name of the author. I always recommend it to be on the lower, either right-hand side, left-hand side, however you like, okay? Sometimes I've added on the top. So if you can see this book right here, The Inner Warrior, I decided to put it here. But then I have the Spanish version, this one, Sánate, Perdónate. I chose to have it up here. And see, this is pretty big already, but it just depends on the type of book that you are wanting to publish. And right now, I'm going to talk about publishing your biography book, which could be a short story, a long story about you. Okay, then you guys have the very first page, okay? This is a front cover. You're always going to have a file, okay? This is not going to be a one-piece page. It's going to be a file. And the file is going to have your front page and the back cover attached to it, just like this. And what you want to focus on when working on the back cover is, again, a subtitle or the title with the book description on it. Book descriptions are very important because this is what's going to attract your reader to want to read your book, okay? Then you have your author's picture on it. Make sure you take a nice professional picture with a nice background behind it. Then you want to start working in your biography. Your biography is basically going to say your name, where you're from, where you were born, any achievements that you've had, things that talk about you, any new release books that are coming, and make sure to write this in a third-party reader. Then we have the logo of the book, you guys. The logo of the book, I always like to add it at the bottom center, and this is what's going to get you recognized as an author, you guys. So you're not just going to use it on a book, you're going to keep using it for the rest of your books, plus any type of future events that you're going to have, okay, as an author. Then you have to remember not to put anything on the back cover that's going to cover your ISBN number or your barcode that's going to go on the lower left-hand side always, you guys. Every time we publish, anywhere you're published, that's where it's going to land. So you don't want anything important placed under there that you don't want covered, because this is going to go right on top of it. Keep that in mind. That's very important. Okay, guys, moving along. Then you're going to have your front page. This is going to be the very first page inside your interior file. And what this means is that sometimes you're going to choose to make it exactly the same as your front cover, the very first page, or it is your choice to make it a little bit different. In this case, I chose to keep this one just exactly the same. Now let me show you the other book that I have here. On The Inner Warrior, I chose to create my cover looking just like this. Then the next page, you guys, you're going to have the title of your book, any credits that you want to give to people that worked on your book. For example, your editor, your cover designer, your interior designer. In this case, I always add the publisher, which is me, strong family bond, because I am the self-published author here. And when I help you publish, it is your choice to let me put my publishing company into your book. And it is just to let people know who your publisher is. Then in this case, I ghostwrited this book, you guys. So I got credit as a ghostwriter here. Okay, then the next most important thing is your copyrights page, you guys. Make sure that every single book you publish is always copyrighted. That way you have no one stealing your book, your ideas, or have any pirates show up and just take it from you to use it and publish it under their name. In this case, I chose to add a disclaimer and a warning page here because, as you can tell, this book might be a little either X-rated or intense, okay? Also, when publishing a book about real-life events, you want to make sure that in the disclaimer, you add the protection of privacy to protect the individual that you are talking about. Never ever publish a book with real names on it, you guys. Make sure that names are changed and identify details. See, this is what I added right here. Names have been changed, and the information provided in this book is for informational purposes only and is intended to be a source of advice with respect to the materials presented. You gotta make sure you add a disclaimer, you guys. This is just to protect you and to protect you from being sued. Then you want to have your acknowledgement page. In this case, I chose to have just the acknowledgement page right here, not adding a dedication page, but you can also add a dedication page if you like. Then we go ahead and start with your story, okay? Okay, let's see if there's anything else I want to talk about in here. If not, we're going to get started with how to start your short story, you guys. Okay, guys, I'm going to go ahead and do this with you because I lost my demo page that I was going to use to show you guys as a sample. But, okay, you're going to start with a blank piece of page, okay? If you don't have a blank piece of page, please use your notebook, okay? That way you can keep track of everything that you're working on. So, you're going to start with your title on top, okay? Then you're going to focus on the years of what you want to publish about, okay? You can add months if you want to. Then you think about the topics, okay? Table of contents is always going to go on the bottom when you're brainstorming because you're not ready to put everything under each page, okay? Then we're going to start with the example, okay? Let me give you a good example about this. Okay, so this is what I did. So, pretty much, I'm going to start with talking about the year 2015, okay? My month is August. My topic is going to be when we met. And it's going to be as easy as this, okay, to start. And guys, remember, this is just a sample, okay? This is just an example telling you how I work. So I'm letting you know so that you can get a better idea on what's going to work for you, okay? So next step, I'm going to focus on September, okay, of 2015. Then the topic I'm going to choose to talk about is what happened. Start thinking details, you guys. Just picture it like a movie. What are the smallest details you can start talking about? Like who, what, where, when, how, and why. Always make sure to keep those in your mind, okay? So for me, I'm going to start with what happened, okay? And how the talk started, okay? You can make it say like how the conversation started, whatever. For me, that's simple and easy. Once I start typing on my file, I'm going to know exactly what that means. Then you're going to go down the list on and on and on and on, okay? So for example, I'm going to add, this is 2 topics. That's going to be like 2 chapters, okay? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to choose to talk about 10 topics, okay? And I'm going to say that those are going to be created into chapters, okay? Then I'm going to continue to add the dates, the months, maybe the years are going to change too, okay? Focus on the topics because once you're ready to start typing, you're going to go based on your timeline. Next, make sure that you do have a laptop, you guys, okay? Laptop works a lot easier. Some people choose to use an iPad, which you can voice over the things that you want to talk about. You really can do it because once you get to the editing stages, your editor or the person helping you publish this book is going to make sure that they go ahead and copy and paste everything and help you re-edit everything, okay? You want to make sure that you're using the proper grammar, that the spelling is on point, all of those things, you guys, that the formatting ways of writing is perfectly designed well. I like to use Microsoft Word, but you are open to use Docs, okay? A lot of people like to use Docs. I still stick to the Microsoft Word just because that's easier for me, but Docs files are easier for other people, okay? So then you're gonna start working with your interior, okay? That's the inside of your book. That's where this is gonna happen, okay? This is gonna be a whole different file. This is called your interior file. You're gonna start working on it, and then you're gonna start typing away, okay? So you're gonna get your notes, and then you're just gonna start typing, you guys, however you want to start it. So for example, this is how I started this one, okay? And I started with saying, as far as I can remember, I always knew I wanted to be something bigger and better than I could ever imagine. I thought I wanted to be a movie star, and then I wanted to help people, but I wasn't sure how I knew I was different. Hold on. Okay, rewind, you guys. But I wasn't sure how. I knew I was different than my brothers and sisters, but I couldn't figure out how. What do you want to be when you grow up? Somebody else asks, right? And that's why it's so important to get your editor to do this, because once you get to the editing process, you guys, there are certain ways for you to speak through typing, you know what I mean? And for now, I'm going to go ahead and cut that one short, you guys, because there's more to publishing your book. This is just how to get started, okay? Let me know if you have any questions below. I am happy to help.